It is wonderful to see you today. Where am I? I've come back to Fallow. And I've come back here quite literally because so many of you have said, Gary, you've got to go back there and try their Sunday roast. I was like, wow, really? Looked online, I've got to say, it does look wonderful. It needs to be, because the best one I've had has been in Blacklock. Now, I've got to tell you, that was absolutely top drawer. So, when I came here last, two elements really stood out. One was the cooking. The cooking was outrageously good, but what really elevated it and made it a fantastic experience was the service. I'm really hoping that today I have both a fantastic Sunday roast and the service as well. So fingers crossed, your recommendation, let's give it a go. Come on. Here we are again, same seats, kind of moved around a little bit, got here nice and early. Take a look here, you can see I'm on my own, no one here to disturb me, although I get the impression this is going to really fill up very quickly. Onto the menu. Now the menu is slightly different because obviously it's a Sunday, but you take a look down, they've got a couple of interesting snacks which I had last time. I had the corn ribs. Mwah! I also had the smoked beef ribs. They just fell apart. I mean, they were fantastic, but I'm not going to go for that. Obviously it's a roast, so I want to have a roast dinner. You've got a choice here. You've got dairy cow rump, roast belly pork, mushroom and whole chicken as well. And he's also said today's special as well is duck, so you can have some roast duck. Now I'm actually going to go just for on the snacks. So I just want the rye sourdough. I had that last time, and I've got to tell you, the bread was absolutely fantastic. But I want to keep that because I want to see how good the gravy is, and I can dip in and mix around with the gravy. And then I'm going to go for the dairy cow rump. Now that's really unusual because obviously dairy cows are older meat, so I want to see how tender that meat is. Now it's served with roast potatoes, Yorkshire pudding, glazed carrots, buttered swede, greens and gravy. And then on the side I'm going to order some smoked cauliflower and broccoli cheese. See how that all goes, and I'll probably go for a dessert afterwards. Now on here as well, and it's a Sunday, if you fancy that smoked cod's head which I had last time, that's on here as well. Oh, I tell you what, I am looking forward to this because again, your recommendation, you're saying, Gary, this is up there, if not the best Sunday roast in London. And as I said in the introduction, it has got to go some to actually beat that. A couple of bits I didn't mention there. For the rice sourdough, it's £5.50, and for the dairy cow rump, it's £32. Now that's at the high end. There's no doubts about that, it's at the high end. Saying that, I've been to some pubs recently and they're ranging between £20 and £25 just in a pub. Got to bear in mind location where we are. You know, we're right in the centre of London, at Piccadilly, so yeah, location. But yeah, other thing straight away, service, bang, it's up there. It's just very relaxing. Again, they're full of information. You know, this is what we have, this is what's available. Here's our specials, all the rest of it. So, all in all, again, I'm having the same experience, and I'm desperate. I am truly desperate that this dairy cow rump is a fantastic roast dinner. Okay, see you soon. It has all arrived. I've got the sourdough over here. That's nice and hot, that is. Ooh, yes. Then, if you take a close up in here, look at this cauliflower cheese, and it's got some broccoli in there, and obviously all the cheese on top. Then over here, presentation-wise, it's a little bit different. You've got the beans, the swede and carrot mashed all up. Then take a look over here, in-house made Yorkshire pudding. Then the dairy cow beef, honey glazed carrots, and then this horseradish down here. One thing, aromas, that gravy. I want you to take a look at that gravy. That is so rich. Now, here's the brilliant thing, and I do mean the fantastic thing, is My server today is Joe. And again, information. He's took every aspect of what's here. He's explained everything to me. So what I want to do is let's get some all on the plate. And let's get these roasties on there. Put a couple on there like that. Let's get some of the... Oh. Come on, I want a bit more of you. Then some of the beans. One thing I am going to ask for, I'm going to see if they've got a spoon here because I actually want to dive in and get that. So, yeah. Let me just get a spoon and I'll see you shortly. Crisis over. Straight away it was over there. Hang on. How did you know what I wanted? Right, I'm going to put that on in a second. So I've got it all there. Now let's get this rich gravy all over here. Now what Joe explained to me was this has all been done over days. Get it into that Yorkshire, Gary. Yes, get it in there. Now the gravy has been done, all the bones and everything, all bubbling away for days on end to make this a real rich gravy. Now, dairy cow beef, now that'll have a slightly different flavour. It should be a little bit more intense, a bit gamey. So, and that's where I'm going to start. I'm going to start with the beef. I want to see how tender it is. Now, it's been cooked medium rare. Let's take you around there. I want to just try it with this gravy. That is a lot richer than normal beef. It's there. It is the flavour. And again, it's not your regular tasting beef. It is more intense. It's gamey. That's more the word I'm looking for. It's actually quite gamey. It's tender, but what it is, it's flavoursome. And that's what's there. But this guy is coming into play. And I'm telling you why. Because that is the nicest gravy I've ever had. I'll do that after. Because what I'm going to do, I'm going to get another gravy boat and dip in. That's probably the best gravy I've ever had. Now, what I want to try is these roasties. Crispy on the outside, so you can hear the crunch. Now, are they fluffy in the middle? Nice and fluffy in the middle. I'll actually get that piece there. I've got to have it in the gravy again. Hot. Nearly. I'm just going to move him over there for a sec. And try these carrots. Oh. Honey roasted. Carrots, little crunch, but it's the honey. That's put a sweetness in there, and it does put a smile, How can carrots put a smile on your face? Now let's try this swede and carrot, all mashed together. Seasoning, A1. They're rich, they're buttery. And again, what I like, and I want to take a little close up in here. What I like is, if you take a close up, you can see the carrots haven't been pureed all the way down. So it's texture wise, it's just not all a puree. It gives a little bit of a crunch. Yeah. Now, onto the beans. That's quite buttery as well, so they've been glazed in butter. Crunch to them, they're great. There's no, let's not go overboard about that. I've gone overboard about the swede and the carrot mash. Now, I'm going to come to Yorkshire in a minute, but I'm interested. I really want to try this horseradish. So, you can see the way that cuts. It cuts so good. Lots of this horseradish puree. Wow. That's biting back. That horseradish. Now that's what I like. Because it has that kick, okay? But again, where it's being pureed down, it's not overpowering the beef in any shape or form. That is, yes, that goes with it, perfect. Now the Yorkshire, I don't know how I'm going to do this. Let's create a little bit of room here, because I really want to go there. Actually, take a look there as well. You can see where it's being roasted, the carrots. Should have turned that over really, shouldn't I? And just had a quick look. So, Mr. Yorkshire, come over here. And definitely going to need some more gravy. Oh. The way that's breaking apart, and you can hear the crunch in there as well. Oh, I'm making a right mess because I put too much gravy in here. This is going to go everywhere. I just know. Shirt's about to be ruined. But I don't mind. You don't mind when it's like this. Oh wow. Tell you what's good about that. It's so light. Gone in there. I just want to break it all open there. Look, take a look in there. You can see how light that is. Is that a good Yorkie? Nah, I'm putting it over there. That's a great Yorkie. And again, I want more of the gravy and want to dive in there. Look at this. Look at the state I've made of this plate. Now, I'm going to move everything that way now, only because I put too much gravy in there. I am making a mess here, aren't I? The cauliflower. I'm going to get another spoon because I don't want to waste any of this. So, look at this. Knew that was going to happen. I'll try to be so careful. Let's put that there. I just want to, a little bit of concern because you saw how hot it was. So that's a quality cheese. That's a strong cheddar cheese. But there's a couple of interesting elements in there, which has elevated this just from being your normal cauliflower cheese, and that is the broccoli and the cauliflower are both smoky. So they've got smokiness, and then you've got the creaminess with the cheese. Oh my Lord. Now I've never done that before when I've done my cauliflower cheese. Never. I am going to do it from the future. It's a Sunday roast. Is it a good Sunday roast? I've had some, as I said in the intro, excellent one there at Black Block, the Imperial Arms. That was excellent as well. Is this all up there? Is it there quality-wise? It certainly is. Portion-wise, every aspect of this on this plate, I'm overwhelmed with. Right, I don't want anything to go cold. What I'm going to do is really tuck in, dive in. That's not going to go cold, is it? I mean, that's straight out of the oven. Tuck in and really savour and enjoy. I'm also going to ask, got a cheeky ask for a little bit more gravy, even though the whole plate is flooded. Look at it, absolutely flooded. Okay, I'll see you guys very, very soon. Excellent stuff, absolutely excellent. I did promise, I said, any chance for a little bit more gravy? No issue at all, so the gravy's there. You won't believe it, this bread's still warm. Yeah. That is how good this gravy is. Shocking, absolutely shocking. Naughty Gary, I don't care. The bread's excellent, forget the bread. That is something I could pick up and drink without be going too far, and that would be very, very naughty. That gravy. I just have another close up. Look at this. Look. Get it all in there. Oh yes. Yes, 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 yes. What's the word I'm looking for? Naughty, but nice. I better try the butter. Now this is Longman's butter. That's from Scotland. And they actually sprinkle some salt. You can see the salt crystals on top. So let's have a taste of the butter. A Scottish butter. I'll tell you what, you are spoiled in Scotland if that's your normal butter. What's even better is just the little bits of salt on top as that flavour and the crunch. Very lucky in Scotland. Okay, let me finish this up. And do you know what? I don't actually think I'm going to get a dessert, quite literally, because I don't think I'm going to be able to manage it. It's I've still got that going. I'm actually quite full up from that roast. There's an awful lot there on that roast dinner. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to get the bill, give you my final thoughts outside. It's looking a bit dark and dingy out there. Fingers crossed it's not going to rain. So if it does, I'm just going to get wet, aren't I? So I'll have to cope with that. Okay, I'll see you soon. That's really good. That's even better. That's good, better, better, good, better, good. More gravy. Bit of deja vu. Second visit to Fallow. It will be my last. I've got to tell you, it will be my last. But I will be going back personally. Okay, I'm going to go back and really savour the food there. And again, I went there on the second occasion. There was what? Not 1, 2, maybe 1, 2, 300 of you that said, Gary, got to go and try the roast. And that's what I do. I listen to your recommendations and I go back. Wonderful recommendation. Once again, wonderful. And what I like about Fallow, again, it's attention to detail, it's the service element, it's everything that comes on the plate. Now I've got to tell you, that roast dinner, every element on that roast dinner was perfect, and that's the difficult bit. You know, when I do a roast dinner, I'm always getting something wrong. You know, the gravy's not right, or the roast potatoes are overdone or underdone or whatever. Every element was absolutely perfect. It's a roast dinner. They're not reinventing the wheel, are they? But it was excellent cooking and it was lovely flavours. The thing that blew me away more than anything else was the gravy. I just loved it. All that bread dipping in there. I'm really sorry if that was rude, but yeah, awesome. Now I want to tell you, I'm not affiliated to Fallow, not at all. It's only the second time I've been here. Awesome. It is so good. Let's give you the bill. Let's get on to the bill. For the sourdough bread, £5.50. For the Sunday rump, £32, £8 for the cauliflower cheese, £45.50. It's got the service charge on there, £6.83. I would have given a tenner. That's how good the service is. What marks? The Olive Branch in Clipsham, Blacklock, here at Fallow. They're not reinventing the wheel. They're all exactly the same. They're all quality. They deliver. You want a top class Sunday roast? That's what it is. It's a simple 10, guys. Simple 10. Have you been here? Have you had the Sunday roast? What did you think of what I was offered? If you'd like and subscribe to the channel, you know I always appreciate that. And until next time, I'm full up. Bye-bye. Jog time. Come on, let's go for a jog.